What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the D-Max Brax YouTube channel. I will be your host, D-Max Brax, but today, if you're wanting Duramax content, today is not the day to watch, because, well, things have gone kind of bad, but not as bad as they could have, I'm hoping, but we'll see. So, let's talk about what we're actually going to be doing today and tomorrow, this weekend, whatever. Let's start with what actually happened. So, my girlfriend, Carrie, she has a 2008 Mini Cooper S. Great little car. Love the car. Spunky as all get out. Little turbocharged 4-cylinder, tiny little motor, 1.6 liter, if you can believe that. Yeah, soft drinks are bigger than that. But anyway, about 6 months ago, the car started making some god-awful noises. Figured it was a timing chain. Took it to a friend of ours to have it worked on. And he basically said it needs a new motor. There's something wrong with it. There's metal in the oil and yada yada yada. It needs a new motor. Well, that's about $8,000 on a Mini. They didn't even pay that much for the car. So her parents took the car back and parked it at their house. And it sat there for about 6 or 7 months. Well, fast forward to a few weeks ago, and I was like, sorry about that. I was like, it's been sitting back there. She's been asking me, hey, would I look at it and see if I see anything, wrong, if there's anything. When I open up the engine, basically, if I took the valve cover off, if I saw anything, she'd been asking me to look, and I'd been making excuses. It's too cold, and forgot about it. Yada, yada. Anyway, I finally looked at it. Well, lo and behold, the timing chain was loose. There was about that much play in it. You could wobble it. So it was obvious the timing chain was what was making the noise. Now, why was it loose? I don't know. It may have been a tensioner. It has those timing chain guides in there. If you've never seen them, it's a strange design. They're plastic timing chain guides, and they're prone to breaking. One of them was broke, but not bad. So I don't know if that's what caused it. I don't know what the root cause was, but anyway, we changed the timing chain guides, sprockets, all except for the $500 variable valve timing sprocket. Changed the tensioner, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, got the engine running again. Well, ran pretty good. It idled bad. It idled. It kind of had a low idle to it. It was kind of like a cammed engine would have. So I'm not sure. We may have got the timing slightly off, but I didn't think so. We locked the timing in, so it may have been off to start with. So who knows? Okay, so we got the timing chain fixed, and it idled funky, but it ran great. It ran like a sewing machine. The thing was smooth. It would rev pretty good. It revved really good without any kind of noise. It ran it like it was supposed to. And we kind of thought maybe, well, it's got some bad fuel. It's been sitting for a little while. Had a full tank of gas, of course. So we kind of just thought we'll run it out, put some ejector cleaner in it, and just kind of went on with it. So that was Sunday night. I started about 2:30, finished about midnight. So yeah, it was a long process. It was not easy. So we got the car running, but it needed some stuff. They did not pay for the tag on it, so they had to get the tag done. Well, Monday was a holiday, so it had to wait till Tuesday to do that. Got a new battery, new spark plugs, all kinds of goodies for it. And finally, we got the car back. She'd had her mom's car, the Rogue, and we got her Mini back. And we've been driving it a little bit. About 100 miles on it, and I dropped her off at class one day, because I can't find my code reader. I went and got the codes checked on it, and it had a bunch of misfire codes and stuff that I kind of thought was just because it had misfire in every cylinder. I figured that was because of the timing chain, when it had to work itself back in, get it tensioned and all that. I mean, it started bad, but it ran up, it was fine. So I don't know, maybe it was misfiring, and that's what was causing some load. Well, I dropped her off, and I was on the interstate on my way back. We have 2 exits, 51 and 50, so 1 mile stretch there, and it just stopped. It gave me a check engine light. It revved down, slowed down, and the car just died on the side of the interstate. So yeah, here I am. All my friends are at work, and I had to get an Uber to get home. We went back and got the car, I decided to take the valve cover off. I figured the timing chain came off or something like that. Well, I'm going to show you a picture right now of what I found. Or, well, I'll show you the video of what I found. So the car quit running on me today, and I opened the valve cover and I see this. There's rockers there, there's one off to the side here, there's two in the middle there, two completely off there. This one was way off, but it's loose. These are all tight, these are all loose. I don't know how they came off. Hell, I don't know. So we shall see. So yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it? All 8 of the, what I'm guessing is the exhaust rockers. I don't really know which side's which, but I think that's the exhaust. All 8 of them were off. I do not understand it. Don't quite know how it happened. It very possibly could have bent valves on all 8, on all 4 cylinders. I don't know how. They all look even, so I can't believe it would have bent them the exact same. So I don't know what the problem is. I'm actually on my way to Advance right now to get a compression tester, and we're going to do that and then go from there. I have a feeling I'm going to be pulling the head on this Mini. I don't want to, but I may not have much choice. And yeah, so there's that. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll see how this thing goes. Well, good morning, everybody. This is the second half of this video, and Project Mini is underway. I got started about 7:30 this morning. It was a nice, crisp, cool, about 27 degrees. It's warmed up to about 40 now, but it's still freaking cold and the wind is blowing. So here's what we got so far. I've got this car, if it'll adjust, I got this car pretty much torn down. Got the valve cover off, got the heat shield off the turbo, in the process of taking this oxygen sensor off. I got some of the piping done off, the intake and all that, and the bump, the grill and all that. There's most of the parts. So I'm trying to get down and get everything off this head. I'm gonna pull this turbo. I don't know if you can see, because I can't. Let's see. There, focus there. If you can see, that's the inlet to the turbo, and that's a lot of oil in that turbo. So I'm guessing some of the oil burning issues. Is that turbo for sure. So we're gonna pull that and see if we see anything obvious on there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just pulling the head off this Mini, gonna look underneath it. Zach is gonna be coming by eventually. So far I've in this about an hour and a half, and I've already lost a screwdriver and a bolt. So, you know, about normal. But stay tuned, we'll see how this goes. Alright guys, so it's been about an hour since I checked in with you last. I've been very busy with this, and gotten quite a ways. Right now I'm working on getting this turbo out. I don't know how much you can see, the sun is not my friend. I've got all these are coolant lines, got the reservoir out, coolant drained. I've got the exhaust downpipe loose on here, trying to get all that out of the way, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to take the turbo off first. So I'm going to get to these. I'm going to get this front housing off. Got 2 of the coolant drains. I thought they were oil drains, but, well, one may be an oil drain, one may be a coolant drain. And, yeah, so working on that. Haven't even gotten started to the head yet, but I'm getting closer and closer. So there's your little update. It's being a pain, just splashed coolant in my face, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, let's keep going. Well, there it is. I don't know if anybody's ever been curious, but that's a Mini turbo. And yeah, it's definitely Mini. There's a lot more room for activities in here now. So yeah, that's been a long, drawn-out process. Getting that turbo off was a pain. Took me about an hour and a half. So after I had already talked to you and started on it. So yeah, definitely a pain. Gonna get the exhaust and intake manifolds off, and then hopefully have the head off of here. But we'll see. I may have to get that engine mount off and everything else. So just keep chugging along. But I'm gonna take a break right now and maybe get some food. But I'll check back with y'all in just a little bit. What's going on, everybody? We're back. Somebody's here. He got here when all the fun's over. Hey. Because, well, this is the fun. Smart. This is the fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ignore those valves. 7, 8. 8 exhaust valves bent. 4 pistons with score marks in them, but we're gonna probably try those. Make sure that they're. We might try those when we put it back together. So. There's all the parts that you accumulate when taking the head off a Mini. Yeah. So, good God, may try. Oh yeah, those are huge. May try to get new valves and rebuild this thing. I don't know. We'll see. So, Anyway, stay tuned for the next one. Until then, please like the video and subscribe. And yeah, maybe we'll be rebuilding a Mini, so we'll see. Anyway, take it easy.
Who can say where the road goes?